Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Reese here from CeeManga to read One Piece chapter 708, Colosseum of Thieves. So this week, it was a banging action-packed chapter, I ain't gonna lie. But first off, you know what, this time I kind of need to say, Oda has some serious issues when it comes to his character designs. So I know it's kind of old news now that Cavendish is a man, but seriously, so what the fuck, man? He just looks so much like a chick. I don't know what goes through Oda's head when he kind of creates his characters. Because seriously, a lot of them are what? Gay, transvestites, all that crap. So it's what is going on? It's even more proof. Look at Frankie's hair. So before the time skip here, he had this cool little quiff thing. Now, what's going on, man? He's got braids one week, friggin' it's what the hell's going on with his hair? It looks like it's chick haircuts, man. It's I know what's it, Sanji ended up having to go to the friggin' gay island and almost got turned himself here, but seriously, Frankie has no excuse. Anyway, rant over. So yeah, this week, mad. The guy Don Chinjoa, I think that's how you say his name. I don't really know, man. It's friggin' nuts. The big crazy giant who revealed Luffy last week. This guy is friggin' mad crazy. His head is harder than diamonds. It's apparently they said what he can split a continent with a headbutt. It's bloody hell, crazy as shit. But yeah, pretty awesome. He makes attempts on Luffy's life, going back, all just because of the grudge he's got against Scrap. Which is what the hell? You think that the way he was acting last week, he kind of seemed like he would have dropped. He kind of dropped it. He was oh yeah, all nice and calm. So oh yeah, you're Luffy, right? You're the grandson of Garp. Yeah, you tried to kill me one time. And then it's okay, this week he's just gone nuts. Just I'm going to kill you. If I would have known about your father dragon, you would never existed. It's Jesus, the guy is a nutter. His whole attitude basically is a complete and total 180. I don't know what the hell's going on there, just complete flip and reverse. So, when he gets into the Colosseum, maybe if he wins his block and he goes against Luffy, that is going to be a seriously cool battle. So anyway, yeah, even crazier is that Cavendish, she also goes nuts. It's you're Straw Hat Luffy, I'm going to kill you now. She makes attempts on his life, and then basically, we get a nice little head to sword clash between Cavendish and Don. It was pretty decent, like a nice, good few pages. So yeah, this part kind of surprised me, It's I know from last week she's oh yeah, he is oh yeah, I don't like the terrible kind of generation era kind of thing, but still, in the beginning I kind of had a bit of hope thinking that Cavendish might end up joining Luffy's crew and that, but the fact that now he's a man, it kind of makes it a bit less. I thought it was going to be another chick joining, because they kind of do need another chick, it's kind of becoming a bit of a sausage fest. But anyway, yeah, it surprised me a bit more that Cavendish is actually this strong, So I knew they kind of hyped him up to say, yeah, he's really good and he's all good in that. But I kind of thought it'd be one of them cases where, oh yeah, it's going to be my last one. Then they just get completely and totally annihilated, But heck, he's been there for quite a while, so it's kind of understandable. So anyway, yeah, Luffy, after a while, he just gets pissed off with all of them trying to attack, fight everything. It's this ends now, comes in from above. Bang! One nut strike in the back of Don's head, knocks him straight into the ground. And I'm just gonna say this now, So I know the Don guy came out pretty much unscathed from this, but if Luffy was to have done that same blow, the same angle at the back of his head, with his friggin' elephant gun, everything, hacky, all that crap, all done up, yeah, I would have thought he'd make a pretty intense, dent into him. He probably could have nearly killed him, because seriously, hacky, it would have been just as his arm would probably be just as strong, plus the giant power as well, the balloon bone as well. It would have just effed him up nicely. But anyway, yeah, Luffy didn't want to reveal his identity, which is pretty understandable. They're supposed to be incognito. So yeah. After this, Luffy basically takes a quick little detour. He jumps off the side, hides a while. Everyone's kind of trying to restrain Don. His grandchildren coming on, trying to restrain him. Everything's calm down, calm down. So yeah, Luffy is now hanging off a wall in hiding, is now watching the battle royale. So yeah, back to the battle royale, which is frigging just it's going nuts, Bellemy, damn, this guy has powered up a lot since the last time we saw him, which makes me really happy, It's before we didn't really get to see much of him, and now he's getting a nice little bit of spotlight, He's pretty strong. He took out the two devilish guys, the two ruthless dudes, what are their names, Abdullah and Jet. He just literally came from above them, grabbed their jaws and just flipped them out, flipped them over. It's jeez, man, how the hell are you going to grab someone via that door there and just chuck them? Awesome. So yeah, the next part this bit came as a big surprise. You know, it's like it's kind of like a bit of an upset. You know, I had a bit of hope for the Fishman dude whose name I cannot remember. Yeah, you know, it's like you don't often get to see a Fishman you know, above ground just kicking ass. Yeah, and this kind of actually came as a big upset. You know, he ends up going up against how do you say his name? Bartolomeo. Oh, I can't even say. I'm just gonna call him Bart. You know, yeah, you know the guy who's like all lazy and everything. Yeah, he goes up against him. You know, the Bart guy. He's just not even taking nothing serious. You know, he's just standing on the edge of the frigging the arena kind of thing, just pissing off into the water. He's literally just pissing into the water. You know, everyone's just like, stop him. He's such a disgrace. All this stuff. Fisherman guy comes up behind him to try to strike him. You know, with his fisherman karate, which is just fucking up everyone pretty much. You know, and yeah. Goes in for a strike, and Bart basically puts up a nuts barrier behind him, and yeah, the fisherman guy's arm is completely shattered. So yeah, this part here kind of makes me a bit happy, you know, because like it's finally we're revealing like a brand new devil, you know, it looks like a devil fruit ability. I ain't gonna lie, and it makes me kind of happy because like this is the first unique devil fruit ability we've seen in quite a while. You know, it's like most of the others have been kind of like similar to each other. Pretty good examples. Last arc, come on, we have what? Monet and Akayoji, you know, they're both ice type devil fruit users. So I know one is ice and one is snow, you know, they're kind of like, they're different, but at the same time, they're the same type of power, you know, it's ice. So no, yeah, he got his arm, Fishman guy got his arm shattered, and that's him out. So yeah, from that, it pretty much makes you think that, you know, the end of this like block is pretty much going to be Bellemy versus Bart, and to tell the truth, I see Bellemy losing pretty bad. You know, especially if the guy can put out like barriers and that. So like, sure, Bellemy will start like getting in a good few hits. Maybe at one point he'll use his like spring cannon arm and shatter the barrier at some point. But the fact that Bart is just so calm about us all and he's just like not taking nothing serious, it makes you think that he has something. He just has something up his sleeve that's a lot more powerful than the barrier. You know, this might be like stage 1. He might have like his own kind of version of year 2 or whatever. You know, so I guess. Only time will tell, you know. Next week we get to see what's going on there, whether this is actually a devil fruit ability or whether he just has some super, you know, it's just not a devil fruit ability, he's just doing something crazy, like moving super fast. Who knows? So yeah guys, chapter 708, decent this week, you know, rating wise, I can't really fault it too much, so I'll go with a 9 out of 10, you know, decent chapter. I really enjoyed it, so you know, hope you guys did as well. And you can let me know this in the comments below, you know, what do you think of this chapter? Good, bad, and what do you think of Oda's weird character design? You know, what do you think about his weird obsession with homosexuals and transvestites and girly men and all this stuff? What's going on there? You know. So, anyway, guys, as usual, if you enjoyed the video, give it a little thumbs up. It really helps the series, and I will see you next week.